I want to talk about my diet when I'm cutting. So I'm just gonna tell you about what I'm doing, what my plan is. So basically this is my diet when I'm cutting down, when I want to get ripped, lean or shredded. So first thing is I'm usually done with my bulk. Then I did a reverse diet. No, sorry, I made a mistake. First, I'm basically done with my bulk. I've done a bulk, now I'm done. Now I want to go to cutting. So the first thing I do is I take my weight and times that by 15. At the time I'm done bulking, that could be probably around 3,000 calories, something around that range. So for the sake of this video, let's say 3,000 calories. So I take those 3,000 calories and I take out about 500. I take out 500 calories, and that's my first week of cutting, So 2,500 calories. I take about 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, which is about 200 grams. I like 200 grams, so 200 grams of protein. Then I take in around 70 to 80, we're gonna say 90 grams of fat, which comes out to 800 calories, so 90 grams of fat plus the 800 from the protein, that's 1,600, and the remainder of the calories, which is 900, I use to get carbs. 900 calories, that's about 225. So 225 carbs. So the total is going to be 2,500 calories, 200 grams of protein, 225 grams of carbs, and around 90 grams of fat. So that's the initial plan. Those are the macros and the calories. Now, I also make sure I drink at least, because I drink more when I'm cutting, because I want the body to realize it doesn't need to store water, so it can flush everything out. So I drink more water when I'm cutting usually. So I drink about 8 to 9 liters of water a day. That's about 2 to 2.5 gallons, somewhere around that in the American range, but basically 8 to 9 liters. So that's the diet aspect. Now what kind of foods do I eat? So now that I've been bulking, I had a lot of variety in my food. Just a lot of different kinds of food, but healthy. Healthy, lean bulking, but a lot of variety, sometimes fish, then beef, pork, chicken, all these different kinds of foods. But when I'm cutting, especially when I get to the later stages of the cut, at the beginning, I just, have variety. It's the same kind of diet like with the bulk, but I just decrease the calories. Everything stays the same. 6 days strict healthy eating, and 1 day a week I have a cheat day, which is usually on Sunday. But I can move it depending on if it's a holiday. If Christmas comes on a Thursday, then I can move it to Thursday and so on. But it's usually Sunday. 1 day a week, I don't care about calories, I don't weigh anything, I just eat whatever I want, whenever I want. I satisfy all my cravings. Now during my whole cut and my bulk, I obviously weigh everything out. I prepare all of my meals ahead of time, or at least I schedule and plan all my meals ahead of time. So because I'm very busy, I have a job, then I have to work on my business, it's a lot of work, I'm busy, so I don't have time to calculate every single day. I have to do it ahead of time. So basically, on Sunday, I know exactly what I'm gonna eat the whole week. So then, when I start at 2,500 calories, and if I start losing weight on that, my plan is to lose about 2 to 3 pounds per week. You know, because usually that's how it works. It's 3 pounds 1 week, then it slows down to 2 pounds, then to 1 pound, and then it stops. And after that, when it stops, that's a plateau. And after I reach that plateau, I decrease the calories again. And that's my whole plan with the diet when I'm cutting. You know, so for example, I'm at 2,500 calories, I lost 3 pounds. I lost 2 pounds. I lost 1.5 pounds. The 4th week, I lost 1 pound. And then 5th week, I lost only 0.5 pound. So now I decrease the calories by 200 and maybe increase the cardio just a slight bit. Only 200 calories, you don't need to lower it by 500. You gotta pace yourself. I'm gonna do a separate video on pacing yourself, why that is important. I'll go into detail in that, so stay tuned for that video. But basically, I lower it by 200. And I take it mostly out of the carbs and the fats. I never take out the calories out of protein. I always take out of the carbs and the fats, you know? So, because I never wanna go under 170, 180 in protein during my whole cut, and I never wanna go under 50 grams of fat. You know, but carbs aren't essential. So, plus you get more lean when you decrease the carbs all the way, because carbs store water weight, and when you decrease the carbs, you lose water weight, so you look drier. So that's basically my whole plan. You know, I eat healthy, clean, whole foods. Now, no processed food. You know, just every single meal is protein, healthy carbs, healthy fats. That could be whatever, you know, I want. It could be chicken, rice, it could be pork and rice, it could be pasta and beef. It's different kind of stuff. But when I get to about 2,000 calories or lower, that's the point where I don't include so much variety in my diet anymore. Why? Well, first thing, because I don't have that motivation anymore. You know, I'm tired, I'm sick of cutting, so I just don't feel like it. Plus, it's easier and more convenient to eat the same thing every single day. You know, you don't have to calculate, you just eat the same thing and that's it. So it's very convenient. Plus, when you're making a change, you know, when you're decreasing calories, it's easier when you eat the same thing every day to just take something out. You don't have to calculate it again. You know, you can just take, if you're eating an apple in the morning, you could just take that apple out, and that's 100 calories, you know, so it's easier and convenient to take out the calories. Plus, when you're at a low calorie intake, the problem is you're not gonna fit a lot of food in. Like if you fit in pasta at 2,500 calories, at 1,600 calories, you're probably not gonna fit in pasta. Why? Because you need at least 170, 180 protein, so you're gonna need high protein, low carb, low fat food, which is usually at the end of my diet just plain chicken and turkey, nothing else, you know. So at the end of the diet, I like to eat the same thing every day. That's just my plan, that works for me. You know, high protein, low carb, low fat food. And this is the last thing I do in my diet for the last few weeks of the cut. So basically about 3 to 4 weeks before I'm done with my cut, I like to drop all of my carbs out. So basically before the 3 weeks, I'm at around 100 grams of carbs. And at that point, I take out all of the carbs, everything. So at the end, I'm at about 10 grams of carbs. You know, 10 grams of carbs, which is gonna be miserable, but it's only for 3 weeks. and it's worth it, you know, because you get a lot more shredded when you drop the carbs. Like I said, you lose the water weight, so your body doesn't store extra water weight because you didn't have so many carbs, so many sodium, so you're gonna look drier and better. That's just the thing I do. So that's basically my whole plan when I'm dieting and cutting down. That's my whole step-by-step plan. This is what I personally do. It works for me. You guys can try it out. Maybe it's gonna work for you. You know, maybe it's not. You just gotta test it out. But this is my personal plan for cutting, for the diet basically. I'm also gonna do a video on my training when I'm cutting, because that's a different subject. And that's it. That was it for this video, guys. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to comment, drop a like, definitely subscribe. Peace out.